Yo, what's up YouTube? This is your boy Des the King, and I'm back yet again with another video. And the title, as you can see, is called Choosing Your Attitude for Today. That's right, choosing your attitude for today. And I got this idea from a book I'm reading called The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader by John C Maxwell. Excellent book. I recommend that you guys check it out. I have the link in the description if you choose to do so. And yeah, just a great book. So choosing your attitude for today. A lot of us may, a lot of circumstances happen throughout the day that can alter our attitude, alter our state of mind, and have us basically, just kind of reacting to the circumstances that life gives us. And I definitely understand that. Back in the day, in my younger days rather, I used to just, let outside circumstances shape how I'm feeling or shape how I come across in my day-to-day life. And in my experience, that's not a safe way or not a great way to go about your day-to-day life, because so many things can happen, man. Things can be going well for you, and then out of nowhere something happens that can completely alter your attitude. And the whole purpose of this is just putting out the knowledge and awareness that we can control how we feel, or we can develop techniques to put better control on what's going on inside, how we feel. Now, can't control everything externally, but internally, I believe we can have more control. And in this book I'm reading, the 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader, the author goes into a story about Thomas Edison. Most of you may know or may not know, he was a famous inventor, one of the most famous inventors, at least in American history, probably worldwide. But he was known for inventing the light bulb. He tried thousands, I think 10,000 times to develop the light bulb, and eventually he gets it right. And he said to have never looked at his failures as failures. He just looked at them as stepping stones to achieving his goal or achieving his accomplishment. And he's also been looked upon as one of the more positive people in history. I mean, just think about it. If I tried 10 or 20 times to do a lot of things, I'm going to be pretty upset, or it's going to be at least pretty hard to try to stay positive throughout that whole entire process. But this man tried at least 1,000 times, over 10,000 times, to develop this light bulb. Finally gets it done, and said that he stayed positive the whole time, which I think is an amazing thing. There's one story that I came across about him. He had a laboratory built that was about 3 football fields long or wide, and he loved this laboratory. He spent a lot of time there, spent the night there, obviously conducted a lot more experiments and invented a lot more things there. But to make a long story short, one day, under unknown circumstances, his laboratory catches fire. Whole laboratory start burning up. And so he stands outside watching his laboratory burn to the ground, turns to his children were there, turns to his children and says, yeah, you guys go get your mom. She may want to come back and catch this amazing fire. She may never see an amazing fire like this again. And as I'm reading that, I'm like, oh, really? Like your life's work is basically burning down, and you want your wife to come watch it burn down with you because she may miss the fire, And it's crazy to even think about, but that is an extreme example, to control of emotion control. Like, that is, if that's a true story, which I don't see why it wouldn't be, but if that's a true story, that's an amazing example of how to look at things at the bright side, on the bright side. Because let's face it, man, people get their houses burned down. That happens a lot. I don't know the statistics of that. If you do, let me know in the comments below. But just watching your house burn down and or anything that you own catch fire or lose anything, it will be extremely hard to stay positive about that. Like, I don't see how you could stay positive about that, you know. But at the end of the day, we have a choice. We have a choice if we want to continue to look at the bright side of things and to keep a positive mindset about it. Excuse me. We can also look at the story of Job. Job is, or was, according to the Bible, a perfect and righteous man who didn't do anything wrong, you know. And then all of a sudden, he gets everything taken away from him. He gets his family, his livestock. You know, his wife is in his ear saying that he should curse God and all that. And in the midst of all what he's going through or went through, he never did curse God. He never cursed God, and he may have complained a little bit, but at the end of the day, he trusted God, and God rewarded him again, you know. And even when his friends came and tried to, you know, they weren't really being good friends. They thought that he did something wrong to offend God, something that he did wrong. They wasn't really lifting him up in encouragement, as far as what I was reading. But it was just, you know, a bad situation. But at the end of the day, he trusted God. He got all his stuff restored, and at the end, it's just a beautiful story. At the end of the day, bottom line, you know, I'm sure this year has been crazy for you. It has been for me. And people are choosing to fear. They are choosing to fear this virus. They're fearing, you know, the whole president thing going on. They're fearing their future. But we have a choice in the matter. We don't have to fear anything. We don't have to fear anything. We can always look to the bright side. Your situation could always be worse, you know. Me personally, I practice being grateful. I practice being content, you know, not saying that I'm not striving to be a better man to provide for my family. We should always strive to be better, but being grateful is a big part of not fearing, in my opinion. If we're grateful for what we have, we know that that God will provide for us more in the future. One statement I would like to read from the book, John C Maxwell states that the average person wants to wait for someone else to motivate him. He perceives that his circumstances are responsible for the way he thinks. But which comes first, the attitude or the circumstance? And that's a good question. What really comes first? What determines what happens in your life? Or what determines how you feel, the circumstance or the attitude? You know, I believe we have the choice. It's like, well, before I get into that, it's like a chicken or the egg question. You know, which came first, the chicken or the egg? What determines how you feel? Is it the circumstance, or do you determine how you feel? And that's the whole point of this video, is that we determine how we feel. We are the ones who can make that decision to fear or not to fear, to stay still or to move on. You know, we don't have to be wrapped up in fear. We don't have to be discouraged all the time. We can make a decision today, you know, to have courage, to have no fear, to be brave, to be bold, and just to step out on faith, to step out and do bold, great things for God, for your family, you know, wherever you at in life. You know, we can make a decision today to move forward to that. There's no good enough reason to stay stuck in fear. Lastly, I'll leave you guys with one more quote by a psychiatrist by the name of Viktor Frankl. And what he said was this: the last of our human freedoms is to choose our attitude in any given circumstance. If you research him, he was a Jew who was in the Nazi death camps back in World War II. If he can make a statement like this, and if he could stay positive going through anything close, remotely close to the Nazi death camps, then I don't believe we have an excuse today to be discouraged, or at least not to try to be positive throughout the circumstances that we're dealing with today. especially, you know, if he can go through that and still come out fine with a positive mindset. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you. God bless you. My name is Des the King. I am a Christian athlete, and I just love to work out, and I love God, and I love to encourage people and motivate people to do the same. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like. Please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. Again, I do recommend this book, The 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader by John C Maxwell. I do have the link for this book in the description as well at the bottom. Please check it out. And thank you for your support. Check out my other videos. I'm going to post them around here, so check them out. I like to do MMA sparring and fighting, exercise, CrossFit, the whole nine. And again, at the same time, I love God as well. So please check those out. Thank you for your support. If you'd like to donate as well, I have a Cash App link at the bottom just to donate to my ministry and to the cause. God bless you all. You all stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace out.